Hello and welcome back to Order the Pie, the podcast where music, stories, and a little something in your glass all come together. I'm Christopher, and today we're taking a holiday detour, not the kind filled with carolers, cinnamon, and the perfect family photos on the beach and Santa hats. No, we're talking about the Christmas songs that pair better with a drink, the ones shaped by taverns, late nights, real life, and a little spirit. And the kind of holiday memories that aren't always wrapped in a bow. So pour something good, pull up a chair, and let's get into Christmas songs that make the season feel worthy of a toast. Long before it ever appeared on a holiday album, Jingle Bells belonged to Boston taverns in the 1850s. James Lord Piermont didn't write it for children or choirs or Christmas Eve services. He wrote it for men who were drinking. The original title was One Horse Open Sleigh. It was a winter bar song performed in taverns with rhythm meant for pounding on tables. And RJ makes sense when you picture a room full of men raising their mugs full of ale, shouting louder with every verse. Played less like a Christmas carol and more like a lively soundtrack to a winter night out. All cheer, no tinsel yet. It took decades to make the jump from rowdy barroom chorus to a cheerful Christmas sing-along we all know today. Piermont lived exactly the kind of life that explained the rowdiness. He chased gold rush fortunes, ran out of money, and wrote music in boarding houses that doubled as social halls. Chaos was kind of his thing. And in one of the coolest bits of Christmas trivia, Jingle Bells became the first song ever broadcast from space. It was played in December 1965 by two astronauts aboard NASA's Gemini 6 spacecraft, using a smuggled harmonica and sleigh bells as a festive prank on mission control. At its core, Jingle Bells is a rowdy drinking song that somehow ended up on the nice list.
Please, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas.
John Denver recorded this with that soft, gentle voice that almost feels like a warm blanket, but the story underneath is a lot more down to earth.
I don't want to see my mama cry.
It follows a child hoping dad stays sober on Christmas Eve, a storyline Denver defended as real life, a storyline that landed differently with every listener. Country fans embraced its honesty, while critics weren't quite sure what to make of it.
You came home a quarter past 11.
Denver said it split his audience more than anything else he had ever recorded.
Fell down underneath our Christmas tree.
Half of his audience thanked him for capturing something true. The other half begged him to never sing it again. He didn't write it, though. It was first recorded by a folk group called the Folk Swingers back in 1966. Denver chose it because, as he put it, Christmas life is real, too.
Please, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas.
Not everyone gets that postcard version of December, but for some families, this song felt familiar in its own quiet way.
I turned around and saw my mama's tears.
And where Denver shows us the grounded side of Christmas, the next song shows us the ridiculous side.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Before the song was a novelty juggernaut, Elmo and Patsy were a heartbreaking duo with bluegrass roots, playing lounges around Northern California and Nevada.
Walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
In the late 1970s, they were the house act at the Hyatt Lake Tahoe, a North Shore casino lounge with loud carpets and soft lights. My mom and dad used to go up to Tahoe and catch them working their acoustic magic.
You can say there's no such thing as Santa.
It was one of those only in Tahoe acts, a band where you feel like you discovered them before the rest of the world did.
But as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
And if you know this song, which you likely do, you know why I included it in my Christmas drinking songs.
She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go.
One night in 1978, songwriter and friend Randy Brooks walked into the lounge where Elmo and Patsy were playing. He wasn't known for any hits, but he knew their act, and he had just the song for them. He handed over a lyric sheet and told them to give the tune a try.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
They added it to their act, they recorded it, and almost overnight, that little lounge act had a national Christmas hit. And here's my favorite part. They had no label, no distributor, no marketing push. They sold the singles from the trunk of their car, and I remember my parents coming home with that 45.
You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
It went on to become one of the most successful independently distributed Christmas singles ever recorded. Every time that song comes on, I picture that lounge, my parents in the audience, and Elmo and Patsy on stage, playing their bluegrass before eggnog and reindeer made them famous.
Merry Christmas. Bells will be ringing, the glad, glad news.
Long before the Eagles recorded it, Please Come Home for Christmas was already a gem, a slow, lonely, blues-soaked holiday ballad written and recorded by Charles Brown in 1960.
Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues.
Brown had a voice that could melt the frost off a window, and he didn't just record a Christmas song. He shaped the entire Tahoe-lounge holiday sound. Warm piano, slow blues, soft vocals. He practically invented the vibe.
Wise will be singing Silent Night.
He later said he recorded for people sitting alone in bars, ordering one more drink to keep warm while Christmas passed quietly outside.
Please come home for Christmas. Please come home for Christmas.
The song lived in that smoky late-night world for almost 2 decades.
If not for Christmas, by New Year's night.
Then in 1978, the Eagles picked it up. Don Henley gave it that California heartbreak feel, and suddenly the intimate little blues tune became a rock radio staple. Now, normally I'd play the Eagles version here, but their catalog is famously well protected. So instead, let's just keep enjoying the Charles Brown version, the original that started it all.
This is Christmas. Yes, Christmas, my dear.
The Eagles version did help reintroduce Brown to a younger generation, and it claimed the number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100. The first Christmas song to hit top 10 in over a decade. A remake became a hit, but its roots, pure Tahoe-lounge Christmas.
Christmas, once again.
It was Christmas Eve, babe.
If Christmas songs had a screenplay category, this one would win Best Original Drama. That's Fairytale from New York by the Pogues featuring Christy McCole. It starts in a drunk tank and ends in regret and hope.
In the drunk tank, an old man said to me,
And in between, a couple tearing each other apart and remembering who they used to be.
Happy Christmas, I love you, baby.
Shane MacGowan's voice sounds like every whiskey-soaked winter night that ever broke a heart.
They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold, but the wind goes right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first
And Christy McCall's verse, raw, brilliant, and unforgettable.
promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome.
You were pretty queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, they held out for more.
The road to the final version of this song was not simple. The Pogues spent years shaping the song, different tempos, different arrangements, even a different singer attached at one point.
The boys of the NYPD choir were singing, "Go away, babe."
Elvis Costello, who was working with the band early on, challenged them to write a Christmas song. Not another glossy sentimental holiday single, but something real, something rough around the edges, the kind of Christmas story nobody else was telling in the 1980s.
Bum, you're a punk.
You're an old slut and junk lying there almost dead on a drip in that bed.
But the song didn't click, not yet, not until producer Steve Lillywhite brought the track home. He asked his wife, Christy McCole, to record a guide vocal.
Cheap, lousy faggot, happy Christmas, you're ours. I pray God it's our love.
Then everything clicked. Her take was so strong that the band kept it in for the final cut. It reached number 2 in the UK, then number 1 in Ireland, and remains the most streamed Christmas song in UK history.
Build my dreams around you.
It's messy, it's beautiful, it's one of the greatest Christmas songs ever recorded.
The bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
John Prine had a way of writing sadness so warm it almost felt like comfort.
Was Christmas in prison, and the food was real good. We had turkey and pistols carved out of wood.
He actually wrote Christmas in Prison in the middle of June while touring in Europe, far away from home, nowhere near a prison. And he missed people he loved. The prison wasn't literal. For Prine, it was about being stuck somewhere that you didn't want to be.
Wait a while, eternity. Oh, my nature's got nothing on me.
The song is full of what John Prine called beautiful nonsense, those strange little images that somehow make perfect emotional sense.
She reminds me of a chess game with someone I admire or
Prine joked that the song was about yearning and contraband, delivered with that mix of melancholy and a wink.
I dream her always, even when I don't drink.
Over the years, this quiet little track became a beloved alternative Christmas song. There's whiskey in its edges, but tenderness too.
Come to me, run to me, come to me now. We're rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing, by God.
It's funny, John Prine never actually mentions booze in the recorded version of Christmas in Prison, but somehow the whole thing feels like a drinking song. The kind you hear in a dim-lit bar on Christmas Eve when everyone's thinking about that someone they miss. And in some of the early live versions, John Prine leaned into that vibe, singing a rougher draft where he compared her to a drink I used to drink. That line never made it to the final studio version, but the feeling stuck.
The searchlight in the big yard swings round with the gun and spotlights, snowflakes like the dust in the sun.
It's a reminder that even in hard places, people still dream of being reunited with the one that they love.
I'll probably get homesick, I'll love you, good night.
It's quiet, it's poetic, and it gives the season the moment to breathe.
Sweetheart, we're flowing, by God.
Sounds like the perfect cue to shift into the cocktail. This episode's drink is the Yuletide Old Fashioned. It's a holiday twist on the classic, built for firelight, soft music, and the Christmas stories we shared today. Now that we're at the bar, grab your mixing glass and add 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 bar spoon of maple syrup, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and 1 dash of black walnut bitters. Add ice and stir until everything is cold and silky. Then strain that over a large cube in a rocks glass. Garnish with an orange peel and a cinnamon stick. Warm and comforting, just like the best Christmas songs. Thank you for joining me for the first of 2 holiday episodes we're doing of Who Ordered the Pie. Whether your Christmas is filled with music, memories, or a little bit of mayhem, I hope you find a moment of comfort in the season and a moment to raise a glass to the songs that bring us together. Until next time, here's the loud riffs, quiet sips, and the stories in between. Merry Christmas.